Hi, this portion of the week is Lech Lecha. Walk away, move on, walk into yourself, inside, proceed, flow. In this portion, the Creator is commanding Abraham to walk away, to proceed. Walking in this sense means a state of advancing, ascending, moving from one place to another. It's a state of awareness that it's the opposite of standing in one place, getting stuck or retreating backwards. The name of the portion of the week symbolizing what is the contents of the portion of the week, what's there is inside. So if we're reading Lech Lecha, meaning walk, move, proceed, but if we're looking at the verses of the portion of the week, we're seeing a state of mind, awareness. We're being mindful of situations that they are the opposite of moving, ascending. On the contrary. And it says, Vayi ra'av ba'aretz, and there was starvation in the land. And Abraham walked to Egypt. When meaning walk to Egypt, when someone is going into his own Egypt, is meaning he's getting centered with himself, centered in his own ego. Meaning all those events are events of descending, not elevating, not moving forward. And why is that? Because here the Creator is trying to tell us, after we understood in the portion of the week of Bereshit the attitude to life, then in the portion of Noach we're realizing that the Creator is telling Noach, come to the ark, which we understood that it's coming to the letters, to the divine wisdom, to come into the wisdom of the Torah, which will protect us from the troubling water, from all our friction and troubles in daily life, especially when it's coming down to making money. How to deal with all this stress. And the first thing that God is telling to Noach after the flood is go out of the ark and start dealing with life. And over there we're realizing an amazing understanding, insights about how to succeed in our own relationships, because this is what the world is all about. And in our journey in life, in our path, we're going through events and situations that we're feeling really down, we're feeling lots of friction, we're feeling lots of anger, we feel stuck. In this portion of the week, God is telling us, remember to proceed, move on, flow, do not get stuck. And how I will do that? When I realize, when I really put into my mind, and I'll try to be very mindful. Right now, this scenario I'm going through, that I'm feeling really, really down. Why? It's to reveal your potential. It's to tell you to ascend from there. This all understanding and realization when I'm being down, it's to remind to myself that it's in order so that you will elevate yourself, that will come up from it. Meaning, kol yerida, going down, letzorech aliyah. The essence of your going down, that it's that you will elevate yourself and you will find your own potential. And only when you're going inward, Lech Lecha, that's when a person really elevating himself and ascending in his path to better places. When we're looking at the verse, when the Creator is telling Avraham, Lech Lecha me'artzecha umimoladetecha umibeit avicha, God is telling man that you need to go out of 3 major states of mindfulness. Artzecha, the earthly, the mundane things that you have a natural desire to cling to them. Learn to let go of that is not important. You are here for a higher mission. Then let go and proceed and elevate from your moladetecha. What is moladetecha? Each and every one of us came to this world with a certain character, is a type, is a certain personality. You need to expand this personality. You need to go out of what is known into the new. That's why sometimes it's better to not do it by yourself. There are things that are better the two of you, meaning taking a mentor, a mashpia, taking someone to help you in certain places or scenarios in life that it's hard to do by yourself. And the most important, I think, it's Beit Avicha. Beit Avicha, it's all the patterns of our upbringing. Here we're seeing the NLP method and CBT method, which are like spiritual psychotherapy modalities to help us to come out of our upbringing. In our upbringing, we clinged into lots of certain patterns that we saw with our parents, the way all our surrounding, the way they maneuver themselves, we copied them. We just saw done like copy paste. We need to let go of that. And when we're talking about moladetecha, things that they are rooted within you, we as well taking things from our past lives and we carrying them with us into this life. It's interesting to know that the Lubavitcher Rebbe is saying, do not look into your past lives. Only by being aware, mindful, observation into the scenarios, into the path of your life that you're going through, you'll realize exactly what is it that you need to do. So all those states, meaning Lech Lecha, Hashla Kadosh, which was a very holy Kabbalist, a person that learned Kabbalah, and he said that Lech Lecha is walk into yourself. That's the way to be always in a state of progress, moving, ascending. And that's what we need to remember, this important affirmation that when I'm going through a scenario that I feel it's low, it's down, I'm really in a dark place, it's not myself, remember that God is bringing us to this state of being only to reveal a higher state of mindfulness and awareness within us, and to keep on walking. And when you're realizing that all you're going down, it's to realize and to reveal this elevation, then there's a certain smile within you. You're not going into despair. You're not being desperate with the scenarios around you. You're taking big inhalation, exhalation, walking with this understanding, and this is your vitality to proceed forward. And even if we're seeing a bad situation, that we are like really in a hard friction in our life, we're doing what we do not believe that we're supposed to do, remember that it's only for the elevation that's supposed to come afterwards. And that's what we saw with Avram. We said that the portion of the week telling us about what's going to happen in the portion. So Lech Lecha, it's a state of elevation, moving forward, progressing. But we saw that Avram went down to Egypt. But then, after he's coming down, we saw him, and Avram, Vayal Avram mimitzrayim, kaved bamikne, bakesef ubazahav. Avram Avinu came up from Egypt back to Israel, to Canaan. He was loaded with gold and silver. Silver goes for love in Kabbalah. Gold goes for respecting Kabbalah. And this is what we need to increase in our life, in all our relationships. Is it even before a person to his fellow being, in our relationship, and as well from the soul to its creator. So the fact that Abraham went down to Egypt is only a part of his elevation. So our going down, it's only a part of actually our upcoming elevation, progress in our life. And this is as well in our personal life and in the personal life of each and every one of us. Sometimes there are places and scenarios that we feel so down, so low, in such friction, either spiritual, either physical, from the mundane. We need to remember, do not fall, do not become desperate, sorrow and sadness. Let go, remind yourself that hayerida letzorech aliyah, going down so you'll come up afterwards. And as well, Israel and this whole time that we are at, it's the exile, it's the galut. And even if the galut is a state of really going down, as it's mentioned in the scriptures, and as we see in our life, we need to remember it's only for the redemption, the geula, to come. All the best, and see you in the next portion.